Okay.
Make some noise if you're rooting for Feinberg. That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good. It's cool that we can hear this too.
Showing.
Wait, okay, we're starting. Make some noise if you're rooting for Skycrab. That's pretty loud.
Okay.
Wow.
That was like pretty close.
That's pretty good. Oh my goodness. And also, if you cheered twice, I would have cheered twice too, so don't feel bad.
That's
so
like
I
fair.
respect that. I respect that. We're going to see here, this is a village seed, and it's a desert village, Parker. Not that close of trees that I can see. So going to be interesting to see how these runners play this.
Yeah, it can always be a little bit awkward, especially if you don't have a god sensitivity and like have to get a boat for boat eye measuring. Not sure if these players both do. Presumably they do. We do see the blacksmith here. Not a ton of iron though, Curry. That's kind of a pathetic blacksmith.
It is a pathetic blacksmith. I was not laughing at the pathetic blacksmith. I was laughing at Feinberg punching a little shrub, and it like made the sand fall and had to fall in a hole. And that was pretty funny.
Yikes.
So just a little bit of RNG stuff, but that's why we play a best of 5. Just a little bit of time lost there, but that's okay. And also, you know the golem's going to drop 4. We talked about this before, so able to make that iron shovel. Both players doing so. Going to be looking for the golem here any second now, and then going to have to go out of their way to get some trees. And we're going to be looking for a lava pool as well while Feinberg kills this golem.
There's also a temple off in the distance that I see, but you're right, I haven't seen a lava pool yet. I saw Feinberg have a little bit better routing with getting the stone a little bit quicker than Skycrab, but the main deciding factor is going to be where is this lava pool? Both are in a pretty similar situation leaving the village.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what trees they go for. They're all kind of equidistant. Skycrab and Feinberg are going to be going for the same ones, though. And Feinberg does now get the flint that he needs. And that's some stone on the left, Parker, for Feinberg. So I think the lava pool is literally right here. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Yes, excellent tree selection here. Both are going to be entering, but I think Feinberg is just going to be a couple seconds ahead. We see the boat craft from him. Maybe not getting a whole bunch of excess blocks. No, Feinberg getting some more logs. You want to have blocks entering the nether so you can do your bastion route.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of logs for Feinberg here. 51 blocks, about 10 more blocks. Not crazy between the runners, but definitely something to take note of as we go into the nether here. Skycrab is going to be slightly ahead.
Oh, wow. Takes the lead just a little bit.
Just slightly. Very quick mechanics there. Looking for an E-ray. Gets a huge
lava!
Scary lava. It's going to be okay. A very high E-ray I noticed for Skycrab. And this terrain is really bad, Parker.
Yeah, not only is it bad, but Feinberg has a skeleton he has to dig with here.
And a ghast!
Deal with. And a ghast.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I think he's going to be wanting to dig right where that gas shot. There's not a whole bunch of promising terrain, so you're just going to force your way through like Skycrab did here, and the terrain opens up beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a treasure
Oh
bastion.
my gosh.
Has to hit the boat clutch. Not even worried on the side of Skycrab. Looking confident here as he moves closer. Now the thing, Parker, where's the fort? What a wide macro. We saw it immediately on the side of Skycrab on the right. So not going to have to do any weirdness with either Glodar or breaking the spawner on the bottom. Just going to be able to play a pretty solid treasure route here.
Yes, indeed. I totally agree. Looks like Feinberg struggling a little bit on the micro mechanics here. Losing a boat, losing a couple seconds, having to run back and get that. Skycrab getting to the dig site a little bit faster because they didn't enter that much slower or far behind each other, but Skycrab is starting to take a real lead on Feinberg.
Wow, and really nice movement around those piglins to start this route. Still a low on hunger here, something to watch out for. I mean, obviously going to be fine, not going to run out of sprint or anything, but not going to be regenning if anything weird happens with these piglins here. But Skycrab, a very confident runner, has done this thousands of times, but loses 2 piglins because he misplaced a block.
Oh, no.
That could be something to watch out for. Feinberg taking a little bit more time to eat and start this route. Maybe that is a beneficial thing in the end if he's not able to lose the same piglins that Skycrab did.
Oh, looks
And
like
also Skycrab messed up
Skycrab
the gold
triple
block.
clicking. Yeah, a little bit awkward. Usually that'll just item elevator the gold up to you so you can grab it a little bit faster, but on occasion it doesn't work. Maybe that's the micro that Fine needs to catch up a little bit of time. I see he has an apple, so you could craft a golden apple, pearl a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, absolutely. Could be something that happens. Does get the triple click there for Skycrab. Just watching here, trying to figure out what to do. Something that I really like about Skycrab's gameplay, and something that I think is a little bit unique to him, really utilizes offhand in a lot of unique ways. Like, has blocks there for right now, does some weird offhand stuff when coming up the treasure, like the offhand gold block. I really like it.
Yeah, it's a nice, clean way to sort of tick perfect place a block behind the gold blocks when you're mining them, so you don't have to time or collect them from far away.
Absolutely.
And I don't see a crossbow from either of the players in the chest just quite yet. We'll see if there are any crossbow in here. Fine is going to be looking for that. We do have arrows. That's always nice to see. And I don't know if we have a crazy amount of trades. Skycrab on 16 obsidian. We need a couple more. I like this pearl hang on top of the treasure.
Has a blaze bed from the village as well, and I do really like this pearl hang that you mentioned because it's able to just utilize the terrain to pearl all the way to the fort.
Look at that tree.
It's not the straightest line, but it allows for really good far pearl throws, and that's what's so much more important.
I mean, on low health here, though. One more, and he's down! And you can see the reaction on these face cams. Skycrab not feeling great about that. It's going to be really difficult to recover from a death like that.
It is.
Feinberg still trading, now unhanging his pearl, and he's off to the fortress. So even though he was so far behind, it really is just a game of who can survive in these matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, playing so aggressive there from Skycrab, you can't blame him. I mean, such a talented runner, something that is definitely doable, but just a little bit awkward on the pearl, and you could see definitely unfortunate, wants that one back. But hey, it's a best of 5. You got to have a short-term memory in some of these games. You know, anything can happen on Feinberg. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff already today.
I love the short-term mentality. You know, be a goldfish. I think Hacks is a really good example of doing that, forgetting what mistakes you've made and being able to lock in. Skycrab looks like he fully resets.
Yeah, I think thinking about just how hard it's going to be to get back to the fortress. The terrain wasn't amazing. Some things could have fallen in lava or just been so weird to pick up. I don't hate this at all.
Looks like Feinberg just clearing the last little bit of fire. Some wither skeletons off in the distance. Those could become an issue, but he should be okay as he's getting his first couple of rods.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is obviously Feinberg in the driver's seat now. Good confidence booster potentially if everything ends up going his way. Got to clear the inventory, though. A lot of explosives. Over 2.5 stacks of string. 41 wool.
And enough gold to make a golden apple. I'll be curious to see if he does that or opts for gold picks here.
Yeah.
Gold picks are nice for terrain traveling, for zero cycling, but a golden apple is just a really nice utility, and he gets both.
That is really nice. 11 gold to make that happen. A couple more blazes spawning in here. 3 rods so far. 6 eyes with that. Wither coming around the side here, but doesn't have to waste too much time because he has so much time, and it's going to be blinding now.
Yeah, his inventory looking really clean. I mean, we've got 11 explosives, Curry. Feinberg should be more than well versed to hit any zero with that amount of explosives. Measuring looks like a 3-pixel offset, and he does have Ninja Brain on screen.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be able to see here exactly how far the stronghold is, and it is far. 2,100 blocks away almost. Has both eyes, so he's only going to have to get 3 more rods. But still, so much time here. It's, again, Parker, not a crazy fast seed. An 8-minute blind.
No, we've seen some seeds be done by this point.
Now, yeah, exactly. Has another spawn cycle here. Has the gold pickaxe in the inventory. Skycrab going to be re-entering the nether here, but what we're focused on is how is Feinberg going to get to the stronghold. Has the pearl hang, gets spawned on, but is totally fine here.
You're having to deal with a couple wither skeletons as well, but you're right. Just needs, I think, 1 more rod, and then he's good to go. No, 2 more rods. 1 more. Hard to tell with the overlays. And he's out. Off to the stronghold. And let's see what this terrain looks like. He does have 1 gold pick. Not a crazy amount. You probably want to save that gold pick for mining end stone, you know, just in case you have an 058 and you have to dig up a lot to hit your zero cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. The stronghold is far, but
oh, look at this terrain opening.
So nice.
Played that really well, staying high, hoping that the terrain opens up, and it did. He must be nearing cords now. He's got the soul sand, so he can bridge a little bit, and there he is building his portal. And I mean, this is Feinberg's game to lose. As long as he doesn't make a terrible mistake, he should be sealing the game. That spike looked somewhat decent. No, kind of disappearing. He's really checking. Decides he likes this direction more than anything else.
Yeah, I think this is smart. There's the spike again. Probably just going to be this
It's gotta
way.
be there.
Still liking that spike. And boom, finds it. Has the absorption from the golden apple. Going to be able to hop in this portal room, play a really nice end game here. It's a 2-eye, 3-eye actually. Has the gold pick. It's 056, going to be really helpful here. But is he even going to go for it,
Not
actually?
even going for it. He was faced the wrong way.
Maybe still going to go for it. No.
I mean, I guess.
Full half bowing.
I mean, Curry, Skycrab is still in the Bastion, according to Feinberg's
That is true.
gameplay. And so, honestly, I think it does make sense. As much as you are confident in zeros, there is that, 1% chance that you mess up, that you accidentally blow yourself up, that the dragon hits you, that you put it too low. And playing for a 1 cycle is just a little bit safer. And in a situation where you're playing just for the win, I think it totally makes sense from Feinberg.
No, absolutely. Interesting, though. You mentioned the confidence play. It is something where maybe, I don't know, I hope he's not in his own head about anything like that, because it is a very free 0. But again, why risk anything in a best of 5? Why risk anything when $10,000 are on the line?
Oh my gosh, I forgot there's like money on the line. That's like a lot of money that we're dealing with here. But I think he probably enters the end, he sees that it's caged, and he just makes the decision right there. Hey, I'm not going to zero. Even if it's like an easier caged one, it's just not worth it mentally to think about it. It looks like he's eyeing this dragon with his
tracking.
bow. Yeah, look at that. Showing off his aiming skills. And here we
For
go.
the
Why
Osu
is he
tournament
shooting
later.
this? Please? Okay, so why is he not going for the 0? I thought he was going to do like a double bed with a bow.
It would have been
like,
really funny if the dragon just like broke his bed or something. That would have been awesome.
But he gets it nice and cleanly. Likes to use all of his extra beds. Something personally, I always get stressed out when players start
Very
doing stuff
nicely
after the dragon's dead.
And that will be match 1 for Feinberg there. One of the things that I like to highlight is the difference in play styles of these top level runners. And you make a great point, the systematic nature of Doogile. Feinberg is very similar in that way. It's someone who's just been so methodical in his gameplay for 5 years now. And someone like Skycrab, much more sporadic, but that allows him to hit these faster paces on crazy seeds.
Let's see if he can hit a crazy fast pace on this one. We have a buried treasure. Looks like both players get the spike immediately. Sometimes that can be awkward with culling or where you spawn. Skycrab potentially a second or 2 faster down to the buried treasure.
Not surprising at all. Skycrab probably the best person at finding a buried treasure in the world.
Yeah, honestly. So we got 2 diamonds from that. We're going to be able to make a diamond sword. That's really nice for killing blazes, especially if you have those fast, crazy paces. Feinberg didn't even grab the diamonds, Curry. Maybe he's somebody who just likes an iron axe a little bit more. He's going to be able to make his iron tools, iron axe, and a gold shovel. Skycrab maybe has some slightly different crafting.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the best TNT from Skycrab here. Only 12 wood, but I think there's some birch on the floor behind him. I'd like to imagine, yeah, in the water. There it is. So he does get a little bit more wood. Still wants to get a little more. Feinberg leaving as well. I think they got similar trees.
Look at that.
Skycrab gets the flint.
It's that second try flint, so Feinberg maybe going to waste a couple microseconds with the door here. Skycrab was able to overlap that flint breaking with all of his overworld mechanics.
And look at this. Feinberg threw out 2 diamonds. So it doesn't have the diamond sword that Skycrab has. That's a really questionable play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was intentional. Maybe he just didn't see it, but he's messing up his portal here. So Skycrab is going to be in, with an even more substantial lead. Like, the chalice is right here, Curry.
This is an unbelievable seed, and we have another TNC. This could be incredibly fast. We're going to overlap maybe some crafting here. Does get it off. Going to be able to overlap everything possible. Sees the triple chest on the left. So we're going to be seeing a Donkey Kong route here. Most likely, yes. The piglins are on the side of the terrain, but not too far away. And Feinberg still building a portal, Parker. We're still not even in the nether.
It's not looking great for Feinberg fans, losing a lot of time there. I love the heads-up play from Skycrab, really trying to make sure you know which triple is the one that you're going to be playing off of. We'll probably see a similar headset check from Feinberg here as he crafts his tools and helmet. No, doesn't even craft it. Now going Hasn't checked to see which, I'm not sure if Feinberg is aware of which side is the correct triple, which one you want to play, but he's now crafting his gold helmet and running down the middle. We don't have any Hoglins, so that's not going to be a huge difference. But
and
look at this,
Feinberg's
Curry.
going for Soog route.
And so that head check that Skycrab did is really mattering here. Feinberg is going to a single chest, Curry. There's not as many piglins here. You don't have as many chests here. And it's just slower. Unless the fortress is in this direction, everything about it is just worse.
I mean, he's still getting a decent amount of piglins, but this is not nearly what Skycrab has. And also, as you mentioned, the chests are the big thing here. Not having that is huge. We are going to be able to wide macro, but we don't see anything. And this has no obsidian, so we have to go to the other side.
So let's see what Skycrab does. Looks like he's digging up here. There is soul sand that usually indicates open terrain above you, and yes, it does open up. So Skycrab is on the opposite side of the bastion, and now checking a completely different way from Feinberg. But I'm not sure where he's trying to go. There's awkward terrain. I didn't see the Pyre. Feinberg now doing it. Looks like it is negative Z, the direction Skycrab is going right now.
Yeah, I mean, but look at this terrain, Parker. Like, what
this is awful.
Where do we even see here? This is really not what Skycrab wants. And this opens the door for Feinberg a little bit, but I would imagine he's not going to have a much better time when he starts trying to find this. And there's just nothing on the wide macro for Skycrab. Going to have to fully re-Pyre.
It's 8 chunks away, 9 chunks away. That's not extremely close, Gray. It's not like he's on top of it and just can't see it.
No, there it is. But we use
there.
so much food to get here. We're on 3 hearts, have 2 salmon. So that's not going to carry you through the whole game. It'll carry you through this fort, but not enough. Going to have to hunger reset or get some more food at some point.
Let's see how much faster Feinberg can get to the fortress. I think he's going the same terrain that Skycrab was only moments ago, re-pyring as well, maybe in a completely different spot. And if they go to different spawners, that can always open up variability in the stronghold that you're going to, add all sorts of complications later in the run.
Lava in the spawner, but should be totally fine here.
But messes up the lava curry.
Some awkward plumbing. Not going to be the greatest thing. Going to clear it eventually, but could affect the next spawn cycle. Feinberg finding a completely different section of this fortress. Very open. Parker, this actually might be 2 different fortresses. I mean, this looks nothing like what Skycrab saw.
I think you might be right. There's a lot of lava.
So Feinberg right now is 180, negative 200 in the nether. Let's keep that in mind if we see Skycrab open F3 at all. Maybe this is the same spawner. This actually looks somewhat similar, but I don't know. I don't remember the glowstone.
I don't remember the glowstone there.
We'll see on the TNT here. Do we open up lava? No. This is probably a different fortress entirely.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I mean, they do similar setups with their TNT and bed. Love to see that. Using the TNT allows you to save an extra explosive for your zeros. Skycrab looks like he's crafted up 9, has his portal built, and is comfortably in the lead
F3,
here.
negative 160, 106. Completely different fortresses. They are 350 blocks away from each other. So this is going to be entirely different strongholds, entirely different end games. It is anyone's game, even though Skycrab is ahead right now.
Yeah, essentially a different game until
Punching
you get
a
to the end.
dolphin. Unbelievable from these runners.
Yeah, funny enough, the dolphins can hurt you if you punch them and get too close. Looks like Feinberg on 3 rods now. So still behind, doesn't have his pre-crafts out either, so that's going to take up a little bit more time. But Skycrab, the rates aren't great, and so pre-crafting speed isn't going to matter nearly as much because you just have to raw wait for more abilities to spawn. He's out now, though.
Is out. The terrain looks pretty good for Skycrab here. Going to be able to go around this opening from the fortress, around where he came in, and just have a straight line. It's a 1,300 block blind for Feinberg, but the real question is, what does the terrain look like?
Yeah, a little bit closer, but the terrain, I think, is just significantly worse for Feinberg. Unless it goes the same direction that the fortress is going, it's going to be real bad. There's basalt around him. Meanwhile, Skycrab made a phenomenal terrain decision, deciding to go outright. The terrain opened up beautifully through 1 pearl. It wasn't on enough health to throw another, and is now entering the stronghold 7 minutes. Very respectable time.
Very fast indeed. And again, these are entirely different strongholds. So how easy is the spike? We're actually not even in starter, Parker. That's really rare. I mean, I'm assuming that's just starter, so it's not that big of a deal. A really nice spike to the left here. I think Skycrab is going to see, yeah, that Y shape is what he's looking for. Probably just through this little pathway. And there it is. But we do have to hunger resets. Feinberg purling to core is going to be on half a heart here.
Wow.
Very scary for him, but the driver's seat is all Skycrab. It's going to be entering the end here after the hunger reset. An awkward overhang. Maybe
plenty of
able
explosives,
to get
though.
here.
It's back. What tower is this?
94,
Looks like 94
maybe? Yes.
Can probably, he's deciding not to push 99, goes to 95. Universal setup, so you need maybe 1 or 2 more explosives than you normally would.
No arrows. No arrows is huge. This is a really awkward setup and something that you always want arrows for. The dragon can get really high. You can start to use a lot of beds and do no damage really quickly. Handling the situation really well, though. That's a lot of damage. That's not enough. This anchor has to kill. It should be fine, and it is going to kill the dragon. Not going to get knocked off, and Skycrab is going to even this seed 1-1.
Phenomenal gameplay from Skycrab there. We saw him also block off a little bit for that anchor. You always want to make sure you do that. We've seen, I think on some other seeds yesterday, somebody fell from not blocking it off properly. Also, standing on the infamous Skycrab tower as he enters the end. Congratulations, 848.
Really nice time. Really nice way to get yourself back into the game, into the match after dying in the previous seed. Skycrab not out of this yet. We're guaranteed a game 4. These two runners are neck and neck, Nerdy. As obvious as Buried Treasure was for Skycrab, I think Desert Temple coming up is about as obvious for Feinberg. So I would not be surprised if we see that coming up next. But, I mean, again, two runners who have been around for so long at this point. And we are, of course, going to a Desert Temple, Parker.
Makes sense. I mean, these are the classic picks, the seeds you associate in your mind with each player. And let's see what we're looking like. With these sort of seeds, you have so many different variables that you're trying to draw lines between your head. What's the best pathing? I see lava, I don't see water, and I don't see gravel. Those are probably going to be our 2 biggest questions with this seed in particular.
Yep, absolutely.
I like the sand play from Skycrab, reducing his fall damage a little bit. That'll save you 1 or 2 rotten flesh and a little bit of time as you're navigating this overworld.
Yep. 9 iron, 17 rotten flesh, and a golden apple. Not incredible food by any means, and I don't remember seeing any animals. There's a cow, I guess, but also, Parker, where are we getting flint? I haven't seen anything like a river or a cave or anything of the sort.
Nothing like that. I do see Feinberg
yeah.
looking at the side of the mountain, though. That's always a good play, especially in these awkward savanna-type seeds. You can get some flint exposed in the mountainside. I've also seen players just randomly detonate TNT on their way running between trees to hopefully expose more flint. But it looks like Skycrab is at the river, and this is just such a better situation. And Feinberg
didn't see this, so is going to be wood lighting here. Very different variance play here, but I mean, Feinberg just didn't see it. This is a very consistent play from Skycrab. It is going to be a little bit slower. I mean, Feinberg has the potential to be entering the nether 20 or so seconds faster, but taking so much damage and wasn't even able to complete the portal yet. Now on hard, down to 4 hearts. And Skycrab at another lava pool.
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes fucking in!
Oh my goodness, Curry.
That is unbelievable. That is, I've never seen anything like that. It's so commonplace to see top runners offhand their buckets super quickly when they grab water. I guess Skycrab just didn't do that. And what a crazy situation.
But look at this, Curry. Feinberg is just waiting for his
hanging
portal
out
to light, and this is all time loss that Skycrab is going to make up by getting that flint play. You know, Feinberg, he had the wood lit, but it was lighting him on fire, so decided to put it out. It's always awkward deciding when you should, you know, save yourself versus let the fire burn.
This is unreal as a wood light, by the way. Finally starting to get some flames on the wood, but nothing yet on the actual portal. And all this time, it's just time for Skycrab to come back, who knows where Flint is, knows where a lava pool is, not going to have that 1 in 1,000 thing happen to him again. I mean, should we start like a Q&A with Fine while we're waiting? Like, oh my goodness, finally gets the wood light. And there's the Bastion. I found it.
And there's the Bastion. So a little bit awkward of an overworld, but it looks like we got a housing right here. Going to be playing a top down. We have 2 ramparts with triple chests. Feinberg
So many piglins.
not taking any damage, playing this pretty well. Get some string here. We want to be looking for obsidian. That's our main thing here. Skycrab finally back at a lava pool and is going to be trying to catch up the best he can to Feinberg. Oh, looks like there's some lava on the left rampart. Thankfully, it's not on the right. We'd be dealing with some awkward lava housing type situations. Feinberg letting in even more pigs here.
And look at this variance play. Where is Skycrab going? Not around the left side, going up the back here. And it's going to be way faster, I think. Has to deal with these piglins still a little bit, but is going to be going back around all the way to the other ramparts, getting gold armor.
It's always interesting. I think he played that pretty well. I like the more direct build up. He also played around the piglins pretty well, I think. You know, it's always awkward when you're looting chests, trying not to take any damage, especially on a seed where you don't have a crazy amount of health.
No, absolutely. I mean, catching up a little bit of time. Feinberg finishing up mining the gold blocks now. Trying to figure out where the fortress is. We haven't seen anything yet. Gonna do a Pyre here. Nothing this direction. No blue. There it is. Positive X. And Skycrab now starting to trade.
So Skycrab, even though he had a detrimental mistake nearly 2 minutes into the seed, isn't going to be even that far behind Feinberg, just because sometimes you get unlucky on your Woodlight. And, you know, that's the price you pay, making the Woodlight play instead of going for Flint like Skycrab did.
No, absolutely. Seeing that river was so clutch for Skycrab. Organizing his inventory. Feinberg looking to leave, but look at this terrain, Parker. Like, where are we going? It's so low of a roof. Maybe we see the fortress once we get over here, but I'm not seeing anything yet.
Yeah, just
really
like
awkward.
the last seed, it's looking awkward to get to the fortress. We've seen some pretty linear
there
seeds.
It is.
There it is. You're right. And I like the golden apple play there, keeping the health high. He's going to be able to pearl one more onto the fortress. Going to be using those absorption hearts. But I guess not. Curry, I guess he's a little bit low on pearls. Only has 16. Maybe doesn't even want to make those aggressive pearl plays because you need to be saving some for traveling to Stronghold and hitting your 0.
Oh, absolutely. Skycrab not too far behind. Gonna see the fortress once his pearl lands here.
Yeah, able to combo that golden apple with that rotten flesh, keeping the saturation high, allowing you to heal even more. Although he is on low hearts, now only on 2 hearts. We've seen a death to fall damage here. Plays that nicely. And he's killing blazes already.
Yeah, I mean, this 4 spawn for Feinberg at the spawner. No blaze bed or anything yet. Has so many blazes. Already on 5 rods.
Wow.
6. And he's done.
Doesn't even need to do anything. I mean, you have the TNT to save explosives, but if you have 6 rods, you can just go. Feinberg now building his portal. 6 minutes, hasn't pre-crafted, as Skycrab now got his Blaze TNT off.
And look at these 2 skeletons for Skycrab. Are we serious?
Hey, one did hit the other off the edge, so now it's only 1, but 1 skeleton is still 1 more than you want to deal with.
Just unbelievable. Skycrab having to deal with some of the craziest stuff I've seen in any of these matches today. The stronghold for Feinberg, by the way, 2,000 blocks away. It's going to be the same for Skycrab. Should be out soon. I mean, we know the rates are good.
And, you know, in this situation, normally you would say 2,000 blocks away, that's a far distance. This is in Fine's territory because his health is higher and he's got absorption hearts, but he can't throw that many pearls, Curry. And so if Skycrab does a hunger reset in the overworld, potentially that allows him to travel faster to the stronghold than Feinberg can.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be something to watch out for. This terrain on the low part of the nether seems pretty good. Skycrab going to be building now to throw the eye, going to get the same measurement. But the real question, like you said, is what does this really look like for Feinberg here? I mean, it's awkward, right? Like, it's awkward. There's not even going to be gold pickaxes for either of these runners as well, like blast through the wall or anything like that. But staying low, maybe going to find something here, but going to dig through with the boat. And it's not looking great. I mean, maybe if Skycrab finds better terrain, it can get him back into this game.
Yeah, even if it's just buried and a back 0, like sometimes you got to throw 3 pearls, Curry. Feinberg only has 2 pearls to throw, and it looks like he's digging up and so oh my goodness. Ran out of fire res.
Wow.
Maybe just forgot to reapply because it was like fast rates. Maybe he didn't have enough rods, but that's really bad, Curry.
That is not ideal at all. Something you really rarely see at this level, too. I mean, it's just something, when you're at a LAN, there's so many nerves, there's so many things happening. It's tough. It's a tough situation, but obviously, if you're a Skycrab enjoyer, you're right back in this game here. Trying to find some different terrain. It's very different to what Feinberg had.
Skycrab also has 2 mutton in his inventory. Not sure if he's totally aware with it, but maybe he's going to save those to heal up, entering the stronghold. And Feinberg just totally resetting the seed.
Yeah, just a disaster situation, but Feinberg has a really good mental. He's going to be able to bounce back after the seed, assuming Skycrab has everything he needs to finish this seed off and take us to a game 4.
Let's see what the stronghold's looking like. Any spikes that we're liking. Looks like there was a pure spike up to the top left. If you don't know, there's a handful of spikes that are very similar across all runners' computers. That one there, equal green, equal orange, pure spike, and Skycrab has found it.
It looks really good. Trying to figure out what he wants to do here, inventory-wise, everything-wise. Knows that he has a little bit of room. Trying to hunger reset, and can't really do so because he doesn't want to throw a pearl. So has to get a silverfish all the way over. Very silly circumstances happening on both sides of the screen here. But Skycrab now going to be able to enter the end.
And he finally gets a silverfish spawning on him when he least wants it. But it's in the end, full saturation, full health, and it's a back dragon. Looks like 103. You're going to have to do a side setup. If you know what you're doing, though, you can hit 3 rotations on the side setups pretty easily, pretty comfortably. He has a crossbow, has arrows, Curry, and is going for a double bet here. Great damage, about half the health. This should be another decent double bed.
Yep.
And hopefully, if he hits this dragon, a beautiful double bed.
Really nicely done. Great crossbow there to finish the dragon off. And locks in to take a commanding 2-1 lead in this best of 5, making it match point against Feinberg.
Yeah, you know, it's been a bit of a story of deaths on this seed. We saw deaths from both players, but Skycrab's death was just earlier, and that gave him the advantage. Well done, Skycrab, up 2-1. Blame me, but I want to see a fast seed, Curry.
I think Feinberg's going to go like Shipwreck. I think Feinberg would want to go Shipwreck here.
I think Shipwreck.
It is going to be Room Portal.
It is a Room Portal.
Going Room Portal against Skycrab is a really aggressive play from Feinberg, but maybe you want to just kind of crank some pace here. It's a very fast Room Portal. It's going to be something where you're guaranteed the Obsidian here. You're not going to be guaranteed the Iron Pickaxe. 4 golden carrots is nice. No axe, though.
No axe. We can get the stone relatively easy with our gold pick. And here's an interesting thing. You could just enter off this one short tree, get in the nether a little bit faster, or you can do what Feinberg's doing, going over to the forest to get more logs. So I'll be very curious to see if Skycrab just enters off this. Based on his RSG experience, I kind of expected him to.
Wow, he's not.
No.
No, I thought he was going to as well because it just made a lot of sense there potentially. But, I mean, I like that Feinberg decided to do this so early on. Allows the, just smart decision-making there to actually make it so he's going to enter way quicker than Skycrab here. But actually, maybe not. Skycrab's coming back already.
Yes, and look, did you see that? Using the hoe in hopes of getting apples from the leaves.
I was actually really smart. I like that a lot. We have a Bastion here. It is a Stables, I believe. I think that was a triple in the middle. Again, yes, it is. So going to be pretty standard for these runners, a Bastion that they're going to be very comfortable with. No Fortress immediately, but again, Parker, we have to get iron. We don't have to get too much. We need literally 8 nuggets. That's only 4.
And Skycrab checked the closest chest and did get it. Feinberg skipped that.
Really
and so
smart
suddenly,
play.
Skycrab is ahead on this match. Feinberg sees some awkward lava, though, manages to block it off so that he can check this chest that he missed. Now realizing potential. Honestly, he could have metagamed that. He could have seen that Skycrab got the iron pick and decided to turn back. I know Feinberg is a big fan of metagaming. Oh my goodness, scary from Skycrab.
Yeah, almost a similar situation to what Beef Salad had happened to them earlier today. But both players somehow actually trading at the same time, or at least mining the gold at the same time. I thought Feinberg was going to be a little bit farther behind after having to backtrack there, but playing really nice, really smart in the middle. It's a good gap on the right, able to open it up to the Piglins, and this is, I mean, they're off to the races.
They're off to the races. Both players still have that gold pick, so you can really crank the pace in terms of mining gold blocks faster. I mean, blocks in general faster. Looks like Skycrab doing a Beef Salad hold. Feinberg doing the traditional gap route.
Yeah, small differences here, but they do matter, especially with tournament life on the line. Again, Feinberg maybe like a second or two ahead. It's hard to tell when they're mining different gold blocks at different times, but I think I'd maybe rather be Skycrab here or Feinberg here, excuse me, ever so slightly. But it's going to depend on the terrain getting to the fortress. It's going to depend on finding the fortress in the first place. But a lot of gold here, not that much obsidian. Skycrab with 8, Feinberg with 3.
Looks like Skycrab going to check this bottom middle chest here. I think this is a good overlap, especially when you're on the left gap. Does pay off and gets 6 obsidian from that. Feinberg also checking that same chest, just only seconds behind Skycrab, and we'll see who ends up leaving the Bastion first. Skycrab has a bed pre-crafted, Feinberg doesn't, so maybe Skycrab even a couple seconds ahead now.
Yeah, maybe. 15 pearls for each runner. Getting a little bit more. One more pearl trade for Skycrab there. 23 and 19. But trying to figure out where to go, how to get out of this stables. A little bit weird terrain. Gonna pearl for this basalt pillar. If I were going on the side, actually. But
yeah,
Feinberg's actually out, and Skycrab just pearl hung. So Feinberg fully gone.
And I think Feinberg's pearl. Oh my goodness.
Really
Feinberg's
awkward there.
Navigation seems to be better, though, because they're having to hug so far to the right. I mean, Skycrab is out now, has some beautiful terrain, hugging a pearl. Maybe slightly better on health situation. No, Feinberg up 1 carrot. Still have not seen a fortress from either player.
And there
now
it is
it's
for
on
Skycrab.
Skycrab's screen.
And there it is for Feinberg as well. This is really close between these two runners. Where is the spawner? That's what's going to matter. And Skycrab finds it first, has 2 strays, but also 2 withers. Feinberg, on the other hand, has 4 more strays after just killing 1. They're called Feinberg strays for a reason. My goodness. Right next to the spawner.
That's a little bit unfortunate for Skycrab fans. We'll have to see how much that does matter, but in a match where it's so close, something as simple as having 1 extra stray can win you the entire match.
And with rates standardized, every single blaze matters. Now, Skycrab does have a couple out here on the side. Not going to kill them just yet. They're not going anywhere, so wants to focus on the spawner. Feinberg, on the other hand, with so many strays, still hasn't blaze bedded. So now just going to get that off.
And traditionally speaking, getting a blaze bed off faster is better for the worst rate seeds when you don't get as many blaze rods. And this could end up being one of those seeds. So maybe the strays don't matter as much. Looks like Skycrab is now pre-crafting, has plenty of wood, but only 6 explosives.
Yeah, I mean, the blaze bed is now fully done for both players. Only 2 rods each. Skycrab gets another spawn. I mean, not really fully cleared. I think only got a 2 spawn there because there was a little bit of fire and some nether brick still there. Meanwhile, Feinberg getting a 4 spawn here. That's going to start to add up. But still, these rod rates, Parker, so bad.
Yeah, not looking great. Just blaze after blaze dropping. Nothing. Still on 2 rods. Still on 2 rods. Finally gets the 3rd rod, and that can be an indicator as a viewer. When does the 3rd rod appear? Who is actually a little bit faster? Skycrab has pre-crafts, but is just
hunger resetting here
on rates
as well. Like, that's something that Feinberg's not going to have to do here on his blind. So, I mean, the food situation, something to watch out for as we play the rest of the seed.
Looks like maybe Skycrab.
What is this spawn spot for Feinberg?
Oh my goodness.
What?
That's really unlucky. I think Skycrab built off the spawner a little bit somewhere he normally wouldn't, and that could end up paying off for him.
Oh! Loses the rod and falls all the way down in lava.
not only is that punishing for falling down, but losing a rod on a seed where the rates are as bad as this, that could
look at what's happening now. Because his render is so low, now it's pandemonium. Large magma cube. Wither to the left. Wither. Oh my god, there's just craziness.
Four
so
more
many
withers behind
magma
him.
Cube.
What's
Blaze,
he doing?
Blaze. Oh my goodness.
Feinberg. He's pushed so far away from his spawner because there's withers everywhere. There's a magma cube. This is looking really awkward for Skycrab. Feinberg, meanwhile, cool, calm, collected, composed, just waiting for 3 more rods. Look at his inventory. So clean. He's had so much time to think about everything.
Yeah, this is crazy for Skycrab, having to deal with all these wither skeletons going all over the place. I mean, does get a couple strays, but I think would much rather just have the normalcy of the spawner in a situation like this. Does have 4 total rods, both on the same count somehow after all of this. But, I mean, I don't know. That's actually 5 for Skycrab, Parker.
Wow.
And now there's 2 over here. And all of a sudden, somehow, Skycrab actually might be ahead.
But there's 4 wither skeletons.
And
Skycrab plays it really well, leading the Blaze
down to
higher
1.5.
up. Oh, my goodness.
So can't Pearl anymore. Feinberg's going to be able to Pearl maybe more aggressively, but where does his Pearl land? It's normal. They are nearly next to each other right now. Feinberg can throw one more Pearl. He can throw
a Pearl, and now he's caught up in the same position as Skycrab.
And Skycrab is going to hunger reset with an anchor. A huge play here, but does have the Pearl hung, so going to be able to raise render and immediately get the Pearl off without taking damage. This is so close. I mean, Skycrab is probably still going to hunger reset in the stronghold. Unless it's so instant-nav, yeah. So I don't really know. I mean, it's going to depend on how this terrain goes down here. Like, do we take fall damage? Like, what's going on? Maybe Skycrab won't have to. It's a really clean instant-nav. But Feinberg's going to have to, and somehow Skycrab has pulled ahead and is going to be in the stronghold first, but Feinberg not far behind. What's the spike look like?
So much back and forth, Curry, in a matter of a minute. In decision-making and mechanics, Skycrab going down mid, doesn't see a spike that he wants to commit to. Feinberg also going down mid, not sure what spikes he's looking at. Nothing looking promising for Skycrab here. Maybe something there that Feinberg is going to rescan? No, nothing. Just a chest spike. Both players desperately searching the stronghold for the portal room. Where is it? If Feinberg loses this, he's out of the entire tournament.
And there's a spike for Skycrab. Down this hallway, starts to take damage. He is going to Pearl to hunger reset. So this makes a lot of sense. It should be down here. Slime. That's not what we're looking for.
This has got to be it.
That's the portal room, though. But Feinberg's right there, and then hunger reset. It's down to the right. It's down.
Oh my goodness!
This is so close. At the exact same time here. It is within milliseconds of each other.
Oh my gosh!
It's an open end. What does the 0 look like here?
Front Dragon, 103, no, 100 or 97. 94, I'm wrong. Who's going to 2+2? If you 2+2 here, you win. If you 3 rotation, you might lose the entire set. Both have a bow. Feinberg going for it. Double bowing. Great
really
first damage.
Really good first damage. It's slightly to Feinberg right now.
Does he hit it?
Go
No,
for a double
rotation.
It doesn't work out. Feinberg trying to push as hard as he could. Didn't end up playing out. Is he going to be able to get the double?
Oh my gosh!
No, he's not.
Feinberg, look at Skycrab though, also not killed it. Both having to chase down. Is Skycrab going to die? But Feinberg dies first. Skycrab still on fire though. Barely survives. Not sure what his arrow count is. If he doesn't have arrows, this is going to be really bad. The dragon is going to be healing up. Both players trying so hard, pushing so much on that 0, where if you'd entered slightly faster, maybe you would have played it safer and maybe you would have won at this point. But Skycrab in such a bad spot. He does have 50 arrows.
It's done. Like, I mean, how does Feinberg get back in time unless... I mean, I don't know, Parker. Unless we die, I mean, we are on 1 heart. Anything can happen in the end on 1 heart. Like, you just miss a sound cue. You accidentally look at an Enderman. Maybe the dragon just bugs and hits you weirdly when you're sitting in the end fountain. Like, anything can happen. And the dragon is still very low, though. Skycrab's done a good job of keeping the dragon low. Should be okay if he plays it safe. Feinberg has a long run back here, and I don't know how he gets back into it.
You're totally right. Be careful with that 1 heart. That's the line for Feinberg to win. I think Skycrab has to die for something to happen here. And with Skycrab
and that's a diagonal purge.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a little bit weird. I mean, there's a crystal still up. So Skycrab cannot kill the dragon here. I don't think. It's going to be close. Maybe he actually can.
I think he can.
And he can actually,
that's
Parker.
It.
Wow.
Wow, what an end. I'm going to lose my voice. That 0-cycle race into bold chase down into death was absolutely cinema. Congratulations, Skycrab. What a match.
Parker, out of anything we've commented together, that is one of the closest ends we've ever seen. That end enter was identical, basically.
Yeah, I want to see the timestamps. Like how many milliseconds? How close was it?
That was absolutely crazy. I mean, we saw Feinberg try some crazy +1s that won there with like trying to do the bed into the anchor and then trying to do the double anchor too.
Yeah, the double anchor.
Very difficult things.
And he really only messed it up because he had bricks on the bottom instead of, if he had crying obsidian on the bottom, he would have survived on much higher health. He detonated an anchor basically in front of him. You know, just tanked the damage and then was just down on low health, got hit by a dragon.
Unbelievable
what a
stuff
match.
there.